We're back. Howdy, folks. Welcome back. Here we are at June 20. Whoopsie, I want to go to the next one real quick. Do that one. Here we are at June 27th of 2021. And you can see we've had a couple of CMEs here. Let's get this centered a little better. There we go. And I'll let the loop play for a couple of times so you guys can take a peek at it for yourself before I start pointing stuff out. Okay, so it starts off with this explosion over here, which has a round object and a smaller one in front of it, right there. And even on this side, you can see this little round object in the midst of all this plasma here. Okay, and it appears that its polarity is reversed because the bottom is pulling stuff off the top and the top is pulling stuff off the bottom, and it has this kind of cross looking feature behind it where the two tails cross, which tells me that the polarity of this object was inverted. And it appears there's a bigger one back behind this little smaller one right in there. And then we have this event over here on this side, which is just huge. This is a huge object. It's bam, that big. And then there's a secondary object to it. It's this black circle right there, which it in itself is almost the size of our sun right there. Just that black circle right there. And we'll start to go through this frame by frame here in a minute. You can see the instruments reacting to it and everything too. So, all right. So let's go start with the first one. All right. I'll pause it here. Go back just a little bit. Okay. Here you can see our instrument reacting as this blast comes out from behind the occulter here. Got a nice, strong, white, lots of plasma right in that band right there. It's a really strong reading on this instrument that this is a lot of plasma. Then, as it emerges, you can start to make out this little black dot right here, and this little black dot on this side right here is our object. And as it emerges, it appears to have a bigger one back behind it. It's either another object or the magnetic field of this smaller object here in the middle. It's either one of the two, but sometimes these are looking more like bigger objects than back. Now on this one here, you can see the plasma has crossed right there. This object was taking material from the southern part, and then this southern part was taking it from the northern part of the sun. So it was reverse polarity, I believe, which tells me there's an object there too. It's not just a magnetic pocket or something that's inverted. There's an object right in there that has the reverse polarity. Make it out pretty good right there. Then, as we continue out, you can see this instrument's already reacting to something really big. It's already reacting to something really big before this emerges. Here's our white stripes here. There's one on the bottom and one on the top. Watch as these stripes start getting wider and wider as this object right here starts to emerge. You see the curvature on the back side of it. It comes back around. Material is flowing over it, down below it. Then this secondary object is starting to have a reaction with the instrument reacting right here to the first part of this round object here. Right there, you can see how wide this instrument is reacting to this bigger ball in the background right here. See how it's just all the way up to the top up there. Then, as this one passes through, look how much plasma this is extracting on the tail end of it. You can see now it has its own bow shock, like a tail bow shock on it. as it moves out. There's a good image of nice. It's almost kind of oblong. This one has a little sharper corner right here. It appears to be not perfectly round, but almost egg-shaped. Okay, that was it. The last image right there. Let's back up. Whoops. Just a couple. See right here, you can see this has a kind of an oblong oval shape. There might be another little object in front of it too, right there. Okay, put it back into the loop again. So it looks like we've had 4 objects in one little event here go by the sun. At least 2, at least this one and this one. Whether these are magnetic fields or another object is to be debated, but we've got some activity going on around our sun, and this was on the 27th. That's today, so. And then there was another incident a couple days ago I want to take you to real quick because this one was just odd. Let's see if we can get a little closer on this one. Okay, let it run for a second there. And this was back on the 25th, June 25th, just 2 days ago. We had another CME come off the sun. Now, what I was going to point out in this one is there's a little object that comes out, circles back around, and then positions itself right there. So watch, it comes out, loops back, and positions itself right here, and material continues to flow over it. Now, I'm used to seeing these things come out and continue moving on. This one has made like a little U-turn and parked right here. So again, it comes out, wraps around, and parks right here. Hopefully the camera's picking this up. Yeah, it looks like it is. Yeah, so this object emerges, slams on the brakes, pulls a little U-turn, and then parks itself and positions itself right there as more material flows over it. So that's a new one. That's something I've never seen these objects do. They always continue to move out through the side of the screen or pass by the sun or whatever. I've never seen one come out, hook a UE, and then park itself right there. Okay, so that was back on the 25th. We had this unusual activity again, this one parking itself. And then today we have these huge blasts. Regardless of what this is still a huge CME coming off the sun. There's a lot of plasma being distributed right on the first one and on this one too. And to me, it just looks like there's a huge sphere back here with another sphere right in front of it, almost like a moon of the bigger one. Same with this one over here. There's a bigger sphere in the background with a smaller moon. Anyways, I found that this morning and I figured, well, I better do a video on that and bring it to you guys so you can see what's going on around our sun. Doesn't appear that these are coming Earth directed, but still the energy and stuff that's associated with this could cause, weird weather and earthquakes and more volcanic activity and stuff. So I think we're in for another bumpy ride. We got some crazy activity going on our sun. So that's it for now. I love you all. And until my next video, bye.